Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us.
Deep breath.
Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. Today, we are here with the amazing Debbie Pascarella. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I am doing awesome. And for those of you who don't know, we are close to each other in Florida here. So for me, I think it's hot. Well, it's a little bit cooler today, but it's still hot as always in Florida. How about you? How do you feel about the temperatures?
A little bit of a breeze going today, but looked like it was going to get warmer than what it did, but a little chilly.
Oh.
For Florida anyway. I like it personally. I'm a Jersey girl. I come from Jersey. The cool I like.
Yeah, definitely. I will say it is much better than being up north because I'm Pennsylvania, born and raised, and moved to Florida about 15 years ago. So,
so you understand, yeah.
Totally
Not
get
that
it.
Not that I want snow. I like snow if it falls, and for 5 minutes it stays on the ground and that's gone. That's what I like. That's it.
Oh, totally understand. So, we'd love to start off with one of the most difficult questions ever.
Oh,
I promise this should be the only difficult question I ask you today. I hope.
okay.
Who is Debbie Pascarella?
Oh my God. Debbie Pascarella is a performing songwriter who writes up-tempo songs with an attitude. That's best I can describe myself. Up-tempo female songs with an attitude. I do write men's songs too, but that's my favorite.
Yeah.
You have fun. Gotta have fun.
Absolutely. I think that falls back into the girls gotta have fun.
Yes, it does. Oh, I wish I wrote that.
Right?
Yeah. It's
As songwriters, we
I
can
think
sit there and wish that.
I don't get very serious. I mean, I do write serious songs, but I try not to. I get too serious.
And that's a great, I think, attitude to have in life in general because
But have fun.
yeah, exactly. So I know you have some new music coming out. So you were just telling me before we got on the air about you're heading up to Tennessee to do some recording. You want to tell everyone a little bit about that, your new project coming out?
I am. I'm doing an EP of 7 songs. I'm doing it at Leaf Studios in Nashville. Billy Lee, he is the producer there. And the title of it's called Like It or Not, which is the title song to it, which is not finished yet, or I'll play one for you. But
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
And I think it came from, for years and years and years, you run around Nashville, writing and pitching to anyone who will write with you and pitch it, will listen. And then finally you say, well, geez, I think I'll just write for myself. And then it gives you more freedom than you ever had to just express what you feel inside without having to worry about somebody critiquing it or saying, and that's where the title, Like It or Not, comes from.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And you're so right. As far as songwriters go, it is crazy. We stick to those norms. We try to make it match what everyone thinks it should match and what's a good song and this and that instead of writing more like independent artists and things like that, where just write for what we feel and make it flow well as best it can. And yeah.
Exactly. I can't write something I don't feel that's genuine. And if I can't feel it, I can't sing it. So that's how it is. That's how it is with any artist or songwriter. You don't feel it. I have to. One thing, there is always a bit of truth in everything I write. It might not be my truth. It might be a truth that I've seen from afar, but it's always inspired from something real. Something has always happened to inspire it.
And I think that makes the best songs. It really does.
Oh, yeah,
those experiences
They're the ones that you get and you grab it and you just write it. They come out the fastest when you can feel it, because you have to sit with those emotions, whether they're good or bad, and just write it nonstop. You could tweak it later, but you have to sit down and write it.
Absolutely. And it's funny that you said that, because that's some of the best songs I've written are like concept wise is just I just wrote them and I'm like, okay, hey, I kind of wrote this on the fly. Who wants to kind of dig into this and I'd write, and they're like, oh, let's do it,
Exactly.
And
And
so
actually, sometimes I'll know who I'll get an idea for a song and I'll start it. And I'm like, and I know exactly which one of my co-writers to go to help me finish it. And it's just like, oh no, this is a song for either Rhonda or it's a song for Danny. It's out there. It's nice to know that there are songwriters out there that I can go with. It's
absolutely,
so
absolutely.
that's what keeps me getting back and forth to Nashville.
Well, you definitely get there a lot more than I do, that's for sure. So,
I love it. I miss it. I miss it's just it's the music, and you have an outlet to music, writing and singing, and it's happening there all the time. But it's changed. It's a little bit of a metropolis right now. So it's still Nashville.
yeah. And
Still, yeah.
I know you were there obviously before COVID, and you've been there after and stuff. So do you think there's been any changes? Because I know the last time we were in Nashville, really in Nashville, enjoying some time, it was about 2015, 16, that range. But before that, it had been years, probably in the early aughts, even 90s. And I mean, back then it wasn't as, I want to say, touristy. Is that probably the word for it? Maybe. At
That
least I
is
didn't feel
it.
it was as touristy.
Well, I moved there in 2007, and it was still had a lot of historical buildings, and I don't know, some brainiac got the idea to, oh, let's knock down all the small buildings and make hotels, and it's horrible, apartment complexes and things like that, and everything that somebody would really want to go and see is gone. As a songwriter, and
Yeah.
and I mean, everybody around is either a songwriter in the health in the health field. You're either a songwriter or you're a nurse. It's like it's crazy, but it's if you haven't visited, it's absolutely worth a visit. But it's getting very metropolis. Metropolis. How do you say where? Metropolis. It's a metropolis.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think Florida's like that too. I mean, we have some great things that have happened here. And I mean, when I moved here, we didn't have the Atlanta Braves down here for spring training. We didn't have, which is newer to our area of Northport
Oh
and
wow.
Venice area. So it's been so much build up in that area because of the Braves and stuff like that. So, to see that go from farmland up to what it is now, and the $1 million homes and things like that. It's interesting to see the development. And in the same sense, it's kind of sad to see so much development in such a short time. It's like, bring it back a little bit, bring it back,
Yes. Oh, that's what they're trying to do here in Pensacola too. Build up like 100-story buildings. We don't want them. We don't need them.
Exactly. Exactly.
I miss things that used to be.
Yeah. The simpler things, right? Is that the word for it?
It's funny. I was just thinking about, somebody had this question, like, if you were in the 70s, what would you bring back? I'm like, all of it. It was just a different time back then. It was different. Everything was different,
Absolutely.
The internet is a blessing and a curse. Changed a lot.
That it is. That it is. It has its advantages and disadvantages. So, and I think that's, if we all try to use it for good, though, that's all we can do, right? I mean, there's always going to be those people that don't use it in a positive way.
Yeah, well, we're in a society now where people are used to having everything at their fingertips. Nobody wants to wait for anything anymore. It's now. Convenience. I don't know. I like the old times when you just have to wait for something. If you have to wait for somebody to call you back.
Yeah.
Or you have to go home. You have to just wait till you get home to call somebody. It's nicer.
Yeah, I can understand
that. That's just me. It's just me.
Well, see, the only thing I will say though, as far as like, being a female, sometimes going out by yourself, and if you ever felt like unsafe, or at least that's some advantages that you do have a phone, you have GPS things, right? Like You can
If
still
it's true,
be
yes.
found, well, not normally found, like in that sense,
Yes, yes,
or find
yes.
your way somewhere if you're lost. Yeah.
Exactly. And I need that. I can't find my way around. When I first moved here, I was like, oh my God, so many one-way streets. I know I'm going to end up going the wrong way on one of these streets one of these days. But I'm used to them now. It's good. It's all good.
Well, for the record, I've seen that coming out of the police station down there in Pensacola, the administration building. I shouldn't say the police building, the administration building there, the court building.
Uh-huh.
I remember going down the one-way street and someone's coming the other. I'm like, wait, you're literally coming the wrong way on the one way. I'm like, okay. And then they turned off. I think they realized it. So I'm like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
It happens. It happens. It does.
Oh. So tell me, how did you kind of fall into music and some of the women that inspire you?
Oh boy. How did I fall into music? Music fell into me.
Yeah.
I was a singer in the 70s. And I got pregnant with my son and I had to get off my feet, so I couldn't be standing. And I don't know, melodies and lyrics just started coming. And I don't play an instrument, so I was kind of like weirded out by it. Like, what's going on? I would just like sing them into cassette tapes, and well, that's how far back that goes. Singing back into cassette tapes and just put them away in a box, and then would leave them there. And then when the kids started going to school, I went to I went to Asbury Park, and I wanted to learn music theory. And so my music theory teacher stopped me during one of my classes, and he says, "You're a songwriter." I was like, "Yeah, I am." And he says, why do you want to learn music theory? I said, "So that I can write music down so that somebody can play it for me, because I don't know how to play anything." And he hooked me up with this guy in Asbury Park, Steve Califatti, and I would sing my songs to him, and he would put them into music. So you're the first time you hear a song that you've written, you cry. That's just what happens. And I worked with him for 5 years, and then I started going back and forth to Nashville, and writing a song a day. I must have 1,000 songs. I'm going to say they're not all great. Some of them I will never allow anyone to hear because they're too personal. But yeah, and that's how it all began.
That's awesome.
It
And
was like,
that songwriting a day is something that I know some people that say, oh, well, I don't write every day. I'm like, I get it. Some people are creative and they don't want to write every day, but I'm like, I think for a practice, if you really want to do it, it's something.
oh, it's something I made myself do every single day. I don't do that now. Only so much subject matter, and I think quality is better than quantity right now for myself anyway. So I will let a song sit there for a while and not finish it, because I have to figure it out in my head. I still like the ones that just write themselves, though. Too. Those are my favorites. The ones are like, oh yes, I'm writing that now. But yeah, that's it's a you know. Before I moved to, this is the best I can describe this. Nobody understood me. My husband didn't understand. My sisters didn't understand. What is she doing? My parents. Why is she moving to Nashville? Well, did you ever see that Close Encounters of the Third Kind? When they're all building those clay mountains and nobody knows why they're building them. And all of a sudden they all merge to this one place and they're all building clay mountains. That is how when I got to Nashville. Oh my God, they're just like me. I'm not sure what to get. All songwriters are so close because I think they have to be. They're just one of a kind. And blessed to be around. I mean, I have heard some amazing songs in Nashville during writers' rounds that I am blessed because I know that no one else will ever hear those songs, because that person, no matter how talented he is, if you don't have the right, it's who you know. You can't do it.
And I have a good friend who runs, it's called Song a Week, and I'm gonna shameless plug for him. James, you're welcome.
Oh, go.
I always joke and I say, because we have so like things in common, we have like crazy, certain things, like we love Diet Mountain Dew, or certain things like that. I'm like, this is like my brother from another mother. I'm like, this is like, he's like the little brother that I've never had,
Oh, wow.
But he has some amazing songs too, and runs a great group of great people that
He's
I've met through Song a Week that we don't share
in
that.
Florida.
No, he's
He's in
actually in
Florida.
Nashville.
Oh, he's in Nashville, so I
Yeah.
have to look him up.
Yeah, I'll make sure you get his information. Don't you worry. And the next time we go
Absolutely.
to you'll go to Nashville and I'll be like, hey James, go check out Debbie. You gotta say hi to her. So he does a lot of writers
Awesome.
rounds too
Oh,
and
does
hosts them
he?
as well. So yeah,
Oh, well, when we're done with the interview, you have to give me his name and his name, and I can
absolutely.
search him out.
Absolutely, because
Yeah.
they do a lot of great songs and songs that may. I mean, I know he's working on his CD release, which will be coming out soon, and he just has some
Nice.
amazing songs that people may never hear that he's written, and just to keep his skills and improve them and things like that. And some of them are just like I'm like this should be a song that everyone hears, but again, I
Yes,
know that
but
won't go very
um,
far, but it's okay. I was
yes,
blessed to hear it.
unfortunately. Yes, yeah, so many songs, so
Mm.
many. For 15 years, I lived there. Believe me, 15 years of wonderful songs.
So,
I'm
would you
getting it.
So, do you have some women that have inspired you musically, singing, writing?
Oh boy, Matraca Berg. I loved to listen to her stuff, like when I was first getting into it. But it's always been Linda Ronstadt. It's
Mhm.
Terry Clark. The women of the '89. Oh, there's just Patty Loveless. That whole group of women. I just love them. I wanted to grow up to be Linda Ronstadt in the '70s. I never grew up.
Well, that's perfect. That's on our 20 crazy questions. I'll ask that one again. So now at least I have the response already.
There you go. Oh, really?
Oh. So would
Well,
you
what
like to
did
do
I
our
want to be
20?
when I grow up?
Yeah, exactly.
I answered it. Hmm.
Okay, so I'll skip over it. Then we'll ask 19 crazy questions.
Okay,
Oh, would you like to get started on those?
sure. Let's do it. I'm game.
Okay, so tell me, do you have any guilty pleasure music? The music no one knows you listen to? Yeah,
Oh
maybe a little
yeah, Eddie
Hanson,
Vedder.
Bop, or
It's Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam. That whole group of
yeah,
oh, Chris Cornell. That's. They would never think I listened to that.
that is
People
awesome.
that know me would be kind of shocked.
Well, I love it. So, if finish this statement today, your favorite song is
I don't have one.
I should have prepared you for this question in advance.
Oh, you should have. This few. Um, I don't have a favorite. I just don't. I mean, poor pitiful me has always been my favorite song. It's my go-to. I'm gonna just have to say it's my go-to. When you go out and sing, I can't think of the word. When you go out to sing, what is that? When everybody sings
Oh,
music
karaoke.
to. Thank you. I don't know why it slipped my mind. When I go karaoke, and that's what I sing. Because it's a Ronstadt Terry Clark song, so it
Yeah.
fits the bill. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
Penny Lane of the Beatles. It's my favorite Beatles song. Those are my favorites.
just those will fit. Those will fit.
It's
Perfect.
perfect. Okay.
Oh, so tell me, best concert you've attended?
Oh, that definitely had to be Dixie Chicks and Tim McGraw. And Gavin DeGraw was with well, it was Gavin DeGraw that really got me. He was awesome. I took my daughter to see oh, I can't remember the little blonde that was popular back there in the '80s. But anyway, Gavin DeGraw took me over. It was awesome.
That is so cool. So if you could give us a recommendation, an album or an artist that we need to listen to before we die, who would you recommend we listen to?
Oh, you'd have to find it on the internet. It's called Barcelona, and the artist's name is Sam Lardner. I have gone through 3 CDs that wore out, got lost. Now he just sends them to me. I met Sam Lardner a long time ago on MySpace, and we've been that album, and it's well, Barcelona says it all. It's
Yeah.
so much percussion. It's a great album.
Well, that is so awesome. And I'm glad you said MySpace way before Facebook, y'all. If you don't know
Oh
what
my
that is,
God,
you're definitely
yes.
way too
Oh,
young.
yep. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know. I really think Facebook was a ripoff of MySpace, but whatever. That's me.
It was, but with I think 5,000 friends say max is right, something
Well,
like that.
plus it was, yeah, it was more music related though. It wasn't really just people. I think that was the
Yeah,
difference between MySpace and Facebook.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, it was definitely much
So,
different. I'm sure.
yes,
No.
because you networked for music there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which yeah, they should have another something like that. Okay, what are you gonna ask me now? Come on.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna create that. We'll work on that later. Um, so now I know
I
you've
loved it.
won some awards
Huh?
in your career and stuff. So tell me, if you're to win like Entertainer of the Year, who's the first person you want to thank?
God,
Yeah,
that's where it all comes from. I'm just singing his stuff.
absolutely. So tell me something on your bucket list.
Anybody that knows me knows this. To meet Paul McCartney, yeah, go to
All right.
London, England, and all that, all that.
I'll see if I can arrange it. I don't have that many contacts, but I'll try.
Anybody out there?
We're putting
I
into the
even have
universe.
I have a song. I want to meet Paul McCartney. I wrote it when he was single. So in case it gets a little risque, that's why.
Oh. Okay, so we know who your future husband will be. Got it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, tell us, what is your favorite vacation spot?
Oh God, what's a vacation? Um,
Wait, don't you live here
I feel
now?
like
Right? That's it.
I said I feel like I'm on vacation every day. I say I'm retired now. I do less than I used to not do. But I really loved Aruba. That's my favorite place that I've been. Yeah, it's pretty.
Beautiful, beautiful island.
Not much different than my
So
everyday here though.
maybe a little less wind here some days. I don't know. You tell me. I know you're closer to the water, so it's really
It's a little
bright and
breezy.
windy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
Oh, so it's like Aruba in the U.S. kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a song here that we're like beating around the bush on.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Oh, so tell me,
There's
do
some
you
water.
prefer to read ebooks, paper books, or listen to audiobooks?
Paper books. Gotta touch it, feel it. There might be something I want to go back and hear or see later or relive. Yeah, I don't want to be searching for that on something. I know where it is. Put that little page down, save it.
Do you have any good reading
That's
recommendations?
oh, reading recommendations. Oh, you get. I took actually participated in a book this year, and it's called The Musical Imprint. It's about it's songwriters who a song has left an imprint on their life. So every time you hear it, it brings you back somewhere else. And my chapter is about this song between me and my son. I'll Stand By You, The Pretenders. I have a chapter, I think it's chapter 21. So if anybody wants to pick up that little book, it's what's the number one bestseller on Amazon.
And we will put
So
that, I'll put that link in the description
there's
for you as well for
suggested.
everyone.
Yeah, yes. You too.
Love it. Yes, and if y'all haven't checked out the book, you're gonna have to go check it out and read it because it was a great book.
Yes.
Sure. Tell me, if we made a movie about your life, who do I need to call? Say, hey, Debbie wants you to be her in her movie about her life.
Oh, a young version of me. Poor girl.
The honesty. I love your honesty.
Um, I want to be somebody just very quirky. So the first person I ever thought it was Goldie Hawn, which I think we're around the same age. I'm not quite sure she couldn't do it. But her daughter could. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Still Kate Hudson. Yeah, let's do her. Yeah, she could do it.
Okay. All right. I'll call her up tomorrow and we'll get it going. We'll get production
Let's
in the
do
works.
it. Okay.
Oh, tell me, do you sing in the shower?
Yeah. I've written some of my best songs in the shower. You know what I mean? Yes, absolutely.
Great
Yes.
acoustics and the nice hot,
Till the
yeah.
till the water runs cold, girl. That's what I do. Yes.
Oh, tell me,
Or until
best
shut
or
up.
oh, so good.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, tell me the best or worst job you've ever had.
I've always loved my jobs. There was one job that was selling warranties and never stood by his warranty. I quit that job. I did not like that job at all.
Oh, okay. Well, tell me, which is your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Lunch is a tough one because you just never know what to have for lunch. So I like dinner because I could spend all day thinking about how I'm going to do it, and I love to cook. So cook. I love it. I cook a lot of Italian food and seafood. I love it. So it's dinner, absolutely. The
Sounds
cooking
good.
and eating process.
Yeah. The other day I was talking and I said, yes, if there's food, I'm in. If there's not food,
That's
call me.
right.
I'll let you know if I'm going to be there. So
There you go. Do you cook?
I do. I do.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's
Although,
relaxing. The worst day I had, the better meal you have at night. It's
mhm.
about shopping.
and and I love making homemade like spaghetti sauce because one, like
Yes.
and any kind of store-bought jar stuff, no offense to y'all, I get heartburn from it because they put usually too much sugar in it and citric acid for
Yes.
preservatives, and I'm like,
Yes.
can't do it.
And it's so
So
easy to make your own. It really
it
is.
is. It
It
is.
is. Oh,
Oh,
we'll have to
we
we'll
will
have
have
to
to
we'll
cook
have to share
together.
recipes. Yes, we will.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Would love that.
We're gonna have a whole show just us cooking and eating and that's it. And then we'll have to have some music
We'll do
stuff
a
going
cooking
on in the background
show.
somewhere.
Crazy women
Oh,
cooking.
there we go. Oh, so tell me, do you have a game plan for zombie apocalypse?
Oh man, that's a good one. No, I
Okay, well then
don't. I
I'll
gotta
just
get one
take you
though,
with.
huh?
I'll take you with. We've decided that
Thank you.
I think we'll be safe in mountains of Canada where there's snow because we've never seen zombies in snow. So we're waiting for the zombie with snow movie to come out, and then it's gonna blow our theory out of the water. But still, till then, yeah.
Perfect. I'm in. Thanks
Oh,
for having me.
you're welcome. Anytime. Oh, so tell me something you would never do, like skydiving.
Oh, I didn't know you could read my mind through here. I am terrified of heights. I would never skydive. Never. No, no, that's it.
Yeah. So today my
Or
skills are
swimming it.
mind reading.
It is. You heard it. It went right. As soon as you said that, I thought to myself, skydiving, and it came out of your mouth. I said, my God, these things, they pick up all kinds of stuff.
And you're gonna say what? Swimming with
Terrified.
sharks?
Swimming in any ocean, yes. I'll do that.
You don't go in like in the up to your knees or anything.
No, I won't go on a cruise or anything like that. I mean, I go out into the harbor here and stuff like that. It's delightful. It's nice. Only when the water's like glass, but like on a cruise or something like that, that water, no, I don't want to do it. Mm-mm. Too far out. Can't see land. No.
Oh, well, we were kayaking between Boca Grande and Charlotte there in the waterway. And one time,
Yes.
I'm like, oh, what is that? Oh, Finn. Like, pull up my little thing. I'm like, okay, please don't bump us, please don't bump. And then it went away. I'm like, okay, keep going. So, like,
There's a well, you see a lot of dolphins out there though. Yeah,
I
but
was
it
a
was
shark. It was a shark fin.
Were you shocked to see the
No,
shark?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's a, yeah. So I did want to be fish food soon after that. I think it was a year after that we started doing other stuff. So I actually sold the kayak just because we didn't have time to get out there anymore. But
Oh, yes,
still
yes.
a little nerve
Yeah.
wracking there.
So every once in a while, I say, gee, it would be nice to go kayaking, but I'm thinking kayaking in Nashville waterway,
Yeah,
something like that. Not,
I'm in.
not, not, not this water at all. But it's good kayaking.
Yeah. Even like
Different than
Montana and Northwest is such clear water from like the glacier runoff and things like that.
there you
Beautiful.
go.
I'd go
Yeah.
kayaking there any day.
Yep. Something like that. Absolutely.
Okay, so hypothetically, I know you live nearby me, which kind of makes this interesting that I could call you up and say, hypothetically, I have a dead body. Can you help me get rid of it?
I want you to murder mysteries. Figure it out. Would I help you get rid of it? Sure.
Okay.
Then and ask who it is later.
Well, I have to tell you, some of my friends that were in law enforcement were talking about this one day about how the best way to get rid of bodies were like wood chipper and go to the Everglades or just go to the Everglades with the
Oh,
alligators. I'm like, this is really wrong that we even think this stuff or joke about it.
I
I'm like,
know,
but it's
right?
okay. It's still funny. Still funny. I'm sure
Oh,
someone has done
yeah.
it without us being funny about it, but we're just, yeah.
Oh, don't you come on? Don't you watch Criminal Minds? They do there all the
Yes.
time.
And the
It's like,
ID channel. The ID channel, I
yes,
see
that's
like,
me. That's me. That's me.
oh, are you on the Wives with Knives or Fear Thy Neighbor?
I love them all. I love them all. Yeah.
Oh.
But I think that could be why I'm leery of people per se. I have to really get to know you before I like can actually, talk to you and stuff.
Oh, I totally get that. Mm-hmm.
But
So,
sure.
would you go to karaoke with me?
Sure. Sure. Sing poor, poor fitting for
Not afraid of
me.
a tone deaf person, right?
I'll go with you. Absolutely.
Well,
I
thank
love
you.
karaoke. We have few wines. We don't want to hear each other.
Perfect.
Awesome.
No. So, if you could be any person or any like Dolly Parton, yeah, I lost it. Who you want to be when you grow up? Oh my goodness. Yeah,
What do I want to
Linda
be?
Ronstadt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Linda
Okay, so if you
Ronstadt.
be a
Yeah.
person or any position like CEO, surgeon, whatever, who or what position would you want to be and why?
Oh, this is so easy for me. I would love to be a forensic detective. That is what I said, you know what? They didn't have any of that stuff in school when we were going to school.
Mhm.
I would so love to have grown up and been a forensic. I am not grown up yet, so maybe I could still. But I read every Nancy Drew book out there when I was a kid. And not that, I don't know if you know, that's all mystery
Mhm.
books. And I was always good at solving mysteries at work. If something missing or not where it's supposed to be, I could always track it down. Um, and I just love forensic science. Oh, I love that. That's it. That's it. That's what I want to be.
We'll have
My
to see if
next
the local
life.
PD has that. They sometimes do that
Yeah.
with the
Oh.
community. We'll have to
Mm-hmm.
call and be like, hey, do you have any volunteer community things that you're doing? Get you hooked up
Oh, that'd
here.
be great. Oh, yes. I'd be in heaven. Are you kidding me? Oh, I love it.
Oh, so are there any words of wisdom that you live by, and will you share them with us?
Words of wisdom.
Like
Hmm.
don't eat yellow snow.
Oh, now
I know that was
everybody
really
knows
bad,
not to
right?
do that. Everybody knows not to do that.
Not people in
Never
Florida, people
quit.
that have never seen snow.
Someone told me never quit when I came to Nashville. Never quit. And I'm thinking that's good advice for anybody that's doing anything that they love. Never quit. If it fills your heart and fills your soul and you love it, do it.
That is great words of wisdom.
I have to follow them. It's just
Yeah.
onward and upward.
Oh. And if you're gonna quit something, do something else. That's all I'm gonna say. Quit something you dislike to do something you like.
Make sure you have your ducks in a row before you quit.
Yeah, don't quit your job if you don't have a job lined up or a payment. Yeah.
Yes, you have to have.
Unless you don't like food.
Yeah, you got to have a plan.
Oh, exactly.
Well, sometimes the best things in life happen without a plan.
True.
Spontaneity.
But
When I got my first cut, I was shopping at Broadway Shoes in Nashville, and I met this artist, Erica Nicole, and she was looking for songs, and she was with somebody I knew, and I had that, and she listened to it, and boom. So opportunity is just everywhere. Got to watch for it, listen for it.
Absolutely, and sometimes it just falls right at you. Yeah.
Yes.
There are just, you got to be open to saying yes. I believe there was an interview and that I had recently, not too long ago, and one of their things of wisdom was be open to say yes to everything. Maybe not repeatedly all the time to consume your time, right? Like, yes, I don't have enough time to breathe, but but be open to saying yes to a lot of things and yes to your priorities and maybe
yes.
Things just fall into place sometimes.
Yeah. So sometimes you might think, well, when I got my job at Walgreens, I had never worked at retail. And when they called me to work there, I was scared. I have to tell you, I was so scared. And we ended up, actually, I worked at the Rite Aid first, and they hired me, and I didn't know what I was doing. But then boss got fired for something, and then me and this other guy ended up running that whole store for 3 months without any training and stuff. You train yourself real quick, but
you do.
I didn't run. You just do it. You just got to do it.
Absolutely. I can't tell you, I've had quite a few jobs where, there's been no training manual, and it's kind of like, I mean, there are processes in place, mind you, that you could look up and see how to do the process, but there's no training manual for a lot of things, and sometimes you have to make those mistakes even when you're doing them, and you learn a lot more, I think, sometimes.
Believe me, absolutely. You learn by your mistakes. You learn by doing. Yeah. And I've always been better at learning by doing. Oh, good. Just get out there and do it, everybody. Just do it.
Yeah. We sound like a Nike commercial. Just do it.
Just do it. I'm good about that too when I said it.
Oh. No, we don't write at all. You can tell that we write because we keep going with those little ploys like that. And No. Well, I hope you enjoy your time in Nashville coming up, and we look forward to your new music coming out. We're thinking, June this year it'll be out, right?
I'm crossing my fingers for June. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely look forward to that. And is there any place that everyone can follow you? Facebook, Instagram, any place, socials, a website?
I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. You could some of my music's on Spotify and CD Baby. I have my own website, www.debbiepascarella.com, and some of my music's there. That's being built. It's got a spot where story behind the song and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're building those parts of it right now.
Oh, beautiful. Looking forward to it. We'll make sure we'll have the links in the description. And thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure having you.
It was fun. Thank you.
Well, and thank you, friends, for joining us for another episode. Make sure you go check out all the links in the description, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.